Hello, friends. Welcome back once again to the Cantor's Corner. This week, we read Parshat Ha'azinu. It is the last Parsha that we read in the normal cycle of the year. There is one Parsha after this, Vizot HaBracha. However, we have to wait until Simchat Torah before we can hear that one. Now, I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with opera, but there is a common trope where as a person is either on their dying bed or they've been stabbed and they're being held by their beloved, it's not uncommon for that dying person to look towards their beloved or sometimes towards the audience and give one last farewell aria filled with fire and passion and incredibly complicated techniques and virtuosity, which I find a bit hard to do when you're close to dying. But nonetheless, it is still a thing that happens, as long as we allow ourselves to suspend a little bit of disbelief. And what I see in Parshat Ha'azinu is very much Moses' farewell aria to the people. Because he starts things off, and you can see this very clearly also in the Torah text. It looks very different. Instead of continuous blocks, you have two solid, equidistant, and equal-sized columns next to each other that look quite different. As Moses sings to us, Ha'azinu hashamayim va'adabera v'tishma ha'aretz imrefi. Listen, heavens, as to what I will say, and may the earth listen to my mouth, for the words from my mouth. It's highly poetic, and you can even hear some of that rhythm, that lilt. Ha'azinu hashamayim va'adabera v'tishma ha'aretz imrefi. It flows in a way that ancient poetry in this time period often did. So, what is Moses giving to us in his farewell aria? What I see, since Moses knows he's about to die, and in fact Moses gets that notification from God of what he's supposed to do in order to go and die upon the place that God wishes, gets the message from God at the very end of this parsha. But Moses has the hopes for a bright future for the Israelites and for their future generations. He has hopes of a land that will support them well, and of a people that will do what is right in the eyes of God and in the eyes of humanity as well. I think it's very telling that we read this parsha at this time when we are entering a new year and thinking about how we ourselves can improve. What hopes do we have for our future? Do we want to continue to live in a future where we have the possibility of an 8-year-old biracial boy almost being hung by teenagers? Do we want to live in a future where we have to warn our friends or our family about how to deal with Nazis? Do we want to live in a future where people, simply because of how they look or how they act, are denied their humanity? I want to see us move past this. I want to see us move forward rather than backward. So it is my wish for you, for all of us, that in the face of what we are seeing, that we don't stop working towards a better future, that we don't stop this necessary endeavor. One of my favorite quotes from Pirkei Avot, Lo alecha hamalacha ligmor, v'lo ata ven chorin lehibatel mimena. You are not, it's not upon you to finish the work, but neither are you free to abstain from it as well. As long as we keep moving together and working together, I do see that bright future. And it's one that gives me a song in my heart. And I hope one for you as well.